Hi guys, I'm going to discuss briefly grooming. There's a lot of misconception about grooming, and there's a lot of propaganda out there. There's a lot of people who post stuff on social media about grooming and stuff and this and that. And listen guys, firstly, there is so much shit on social media. You really need to be careful what you listen to and educate yourself on, because a lot of it's crap. There's viral videos and viral pictures of this and that, and really people repost and put their own comments on. You need to check, okay? Myself and PRC, we do not put our names to anything unless there is 100% proof, evidence of something happening. So please be careful. I just wanted to touch that because I've had so many messages about videos and conspiracy theories and all this shit. Guys, do your own research, okay? Don't trust anything from the media or social media, honestly. And then you can go a long way, honestly. So grooming, I've got a few notes because there is quite a few things I want to get through. But grooming is basically the befriending of a pedophile for the sole purpose of eventually meeting to sexually abuse or rape a child. That is grooming. In basic layman's terms, that is grooming. Do they groom only children? Absolutely not. You, as a parent, will be groomed, and you probably won't even know it. Pedophiles are masters of manipulation, okay? Masters of manipulation, and they do it so well. Pedophiles groom the community. They groom colleagues. They groom social media groups. They groom school teachers, sporting clubs. You name it, they will groom everybody for the sole purpose of putting a respectable image out there. So if somebody does come along and say this person is, a pedophile, they are then supported by sympathizers, who will say, well, no, he can't be that. He's a great president of the sporting club, or he's this, or she's this, or whatever. So they groom everybody. What we have noticed, and it continues to happen majority of the time, is single mothers. Single mothers are the number one target besides the child for grooming, and they groom through dating apps, dating sites, where mothers will promote that they are single mothers. They have a child or two, and this is what pedophiles will target. They'll target these mothers. They will form a relationship, okay? They will tell this single mother they're lovely and they want to spend the rest of their life with them for the sole purpose to gain access to the children. So please, single mothers out there, because I'm talking about single mothers because we see it. I see it a lot. Single mothers targeted by pedophiles. So please, you must be very careful, mums, who you meet online and fall in love with. I know it's hard to comprehend, but it does happen, and it happens too much. Okay. You also need to put out of your brain the misconception that pedophiles are old, fat, grey men. It's not true. Pedophiles fit in. Pedophiles are getting younger and younger. They look like everybody. They look like normal members of the community. So please get that thinking out of your head that pedophiles are fat, old, grey men. They're not. So, and please be careful who you fall in love with. Okay, mums? There's tactics that pedophiles use. Obviously, they target the victim first. They need a victim. So they'll target the victim. And that could be through meeting a single mum on Tinder or something like this. A dating site. They gain the victim's trust. Is the second part. This is what pedophiles do, right? So they get the victim, they gain the trust, and they feel the need for the child, right? That could be a lonely or vulnerable child. Now, majority of the children being groomed are between 13 and 17 years old. 13 to 17 years old is the target group for pedophiles. Yes, there are younger. Yes, it happens to younger. It happens to infants. But I'm talking about the grooming. Okay, a 6-7-year-old, 4-year-old doesn't get online and chat and stuff. Okay, so that's why 13 to 7-year-old is the prime target group, age group. So then they are, after filling a need, they isolate the victim. Okay, remember manipulation, they're absolute masters of it. They manipulate, they isolate the victim. Then they sexualize the relationship. Okay, and lastly, they maintain the control. They want to control their victim. It's really important. So this is a step-by-step process pedophiles use. From our experience, this is what they do. This is not some propaganda video. This is not some bullshit that, you know, somebody said or something. This is what we have seen ourselves through our online investigations of pedophiles. I mean, the other thing is they try to keep the control of the children, which is what I mentioned, but they try and silence the child. Okay, just like, listen, I've had pedophiles try and silence me. They don't like being exposed. Understand that. They would do everything possible to keep people like me and other child advocates quiet. It's what they have to do. And this is why you, as the community, as adults, it's our responsibility to speak out. Okay? Don't be scared or nervous or shy because you post something about pedophiles. You should be proud to post something about child safety. Fuck all the other shit that you post about whatever. There's so much crap on social media. As I've said before, I hate it. But we need to try and prioritize child safety. And if you lose a few followers because you're posting something about child safety, who cares? Who cares, right? You just might save a child by raising awareness, letting another parent know about something. So kids stay silent and they don't tell parents. There's a few reasons here. They gain feelings towards the offender, the predator. They gain personal feelings, whether there's falling in love, which many do. They're not understanding that they have been abused. They haven't been groomed. Well, they've been groomed. Okay, so a lot of children aren't intelligent enough to understand the grooming process. They have fears of consequences if they talk to you as a parent. They feel shame or guilt. And one of the biggest ones we see is they fear of not being believed. Okay, I'm talking about the children now. And another common one, especially depending on the religion and stuff, is where you're from, is not wanting to put burden on the family within the community. So they bottle things up to children. They don't want to tell you as the parent because it's going to bring shame on the family. And the most worrying thing that I believe is that kids do try and talk to you as a parent, but you don't recognize or you don't listen to the child. You must listen. Your child, victims of pedophiles, sexual abuse, trafficking, they might only just give one clue that they've been a victim. And if you as a parent don't, or as an adult, don't take that on board and look into it, that child can completely close down and say nothing ever again. So please, please, please listen to your children. Always listen to kids. Always listen, okay? You need to openly talk about it. It's the biggest thing you can do as a parent to stop online grooming to your child is you need to talk about this. Openly chat to them about it over dinner or whatever as a family. Talk about what is grooming. Explain to them that there are people online who you might be talking to as a 13-year-old girl, talking what you think is a 14-year-old boy, but it's not. You need to talk about fake profiles. You need to talk about all this stuff. just remember the pedophiles don't all stand out. Like I've said before, they don't stand out. So as a parent, you need to really educate yourself, but be careful what you're educating yourself with, where you're getting the information from. Like I said, there's a lot of propaganda out there, a lot of people posting just memos and all this stuff. So really be careful. But online grooming is out of control. It's crazy. The authorities cannot keep up with it. You know, online grooming, as you know, my team, we gather fake profiles ourselves and we lure in the pedophiles. And I can, trust me, we can be chatting within 5 to 10 minutes on an app or chat group or whatever to a pedophile. I don't think people understand just how big the problem is. You know, the AFP came out with it and described it as a tsunami. Start taking it serious. Educate yourself. Be careful where you educate yourself. Talk to your children. You need to take control of who your children are chatting to. Get control of the phone. Okay? You make sure you have the passcodes. Get in there and have a look and see. Make it part of the criteria of your child having an iPad or a phone that you must have access to that. You need to take control. You know, it's a serious thing. But there's so many aspects of grooming. I could talk all day about it, but there's some main points that you need to consider, especially you single mothers. Please take precautions and be careful who you start dating, who you meet online. Doesn't have to be just online either. You know, there's pedophiles in every community, and it's not going to go away. It's going to get worse. So I always say it's your responsibility as the adult. It's not the child's responsibility. They don't know. 99% of the time, they don't know they're being groomed. So you need to take control. So hopefully that clears up a few things about grooming and who they groom and how they groom. Again, I could talk all day about it, but you're going to get bored listening to my voice. So thank you for all the questions. Again, we get so many, so I'm trying to get to them as much as I can. And so that is grooming. Any questions you want to elaborate more, please send me a message and I will get back to you in due course. So take care, guys, and thank you very much. And please take, you know, child safety very seriously. Child trafficking and exploitation, you know, it's gigantic. It is the biggest pandemic. Forget about the other stuff. It is the biggest pandemic that we must stop. So thanks, guys. Take care.